All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Friday, August 4th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. How'd you do in your picks last night? I went 3-2.
I mean, I think I was 3-2, if I remember correctly. I was 2-3. Because the damn Mariners hit a grand slam in the ninth inning, got me there, and then, of course, the Reds. The Brewers just killed the Pirates, but the Reds and the Angels both had chances to win them two that I lost. I had the Yankees right over the Astros and the Twins over the Cardinals, right? But yeah, the damn grand slam in the ninth inning sucked for me last night. And the Reds had it within one, which, don't get me wrong, I wanted them to win the game, but if they would have only lost by one, I'd have got my pick right. And they had it within one and gave up a home run there, or gave up a run there in the bottom of the eighth. So it's like, I couldn't catch no luck on those yesterday. Got pretty good, pretty good slate of games today for baseball. And of course, we have some you have UFC tomorrow night. Some I guess you want to call it boxing. Diaz and Paul fight tomorrow night. So got quite a bit going on this weekend. WWE SummerSlam. If you're a pro wrestling fan. Yep. All right. Only have one day game today, and Braves are up 7-0 over the Cubs in the top of the seventh inning here. In that game, Cubs have been playing good. Cubs have been playing some good baseball here as of late. So
yeah, they have been.
They sure beat the hell out of the ball against the Reds in that four-game series with the Reds. Cubs end up winning 3 out of the 4. Almost came back and won the other one, but man, they pounded the ball. I mean, last night our pitching staff done a lot better controlling the game. But them other 2 games before that, where they scored like 20 and 16, it was just
crazy.
There's not a whole lot you can do when a team gets hot like that. I thought the Red starter pitched pretty good. He had that one inning.
Like you said, he should have
been out that inning with no runs. But that didn't work out. And then it was just like that inning just snowballed from there. And then they battled back and was within one. And we left the bases loaded in the second inning. I mean, we left some guys on base, so there was Reds had chances to win that game. So But my first game for today is going to be Tampa Bay Rays at the Detroit Tigers. This game starts at 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Rays being 1.5 run favorites on the road, minus 145 on the money line. The Tigers are plus 124 on the money line. Over-unders at 9 runs. The Rays are 66-45 on the season, 29-26 on the road. They will have Latrell on the mound tonight, who is 1-2 with a 4.85 ERA. The Rays are 3-2 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .254 as a team on the season with a 3.80 team ERA. The Tigers, they are 48-60 on the season, 22-30 at home. On the mound for the Tigers is Olson, who's 1-4 with a 4.71 ERA. Tigers are 2-3 over their last 5, hitting .232 as a team on the season with a 4.48 ERA. The Rays lead the season series versus the Tigers 3-0 in the series they played earlier in the year. I like the Rays here. They're the better baseball team at this point in the season, and getting them at minus 146 is pretty good value on the money line. So I like the Rays on the money line. Next game, Washington Nationals at the Cincinnati Reds. I'm gonna go with the Reds again, even though they burned me the last few games. But I think we're gonna get back on track tonight. We're on a 5-game home. Reds are on a 5-game home winning streak. We're back at home tonight. Have Ashcraft on the mound, but the Reds are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 184 on the money line. Nationals are plus 154 on the money line. Over under is at 10.5 runs. The Nationals are 46-63 on the season, 24-29 on the road. Nationals have Corbin on the mound, who's 7-11 with a 5.07 ERA. Nationals are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .259 as a team on the season with a 4.92 team ERA. The Reds are 59-52 on the season, 28-26 at home. Reds will have Ashcraft on the mound tonight, who's 6-7 with a 5.31 ERA. The Reds are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .253 as a team on the season with a 4.85 team ERA. Ashcraft's ERA is a little misleading because he just got off to a pretty good start. Then he had a stretch where he was injured, didn't pitch good, ended up going down for a little while. But since he's came back, he had pretty much one bad start when he first came back. And other than that, he's been solid.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I like the Reds with Ashcraft on the mound. The other thing, the Reds do lead the season series against the Nationals 4-0 in the games that we played the Nationals earlier this season. So I do like that. But I like the pitching matchup. I like the Reds being back at home after a long road trip, where I think they end up going 5-5 on that road trip, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to go with the Reds on the money line here. All right, next game is going to be the New York Mets at the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles are minus 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 162 on the money line. The Mets are plus 136 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 9 runs. The Mets are 50-58 on the season, 24-35 on the road. They will have Peterson on the mound tonight, who's 3-7 with a 5.92 ERA. The Mets are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .238 as a team on the season with a 4.35 team ERA. The Orioles are 67-42 on the season, 32-21 at home. They will have Kremer on the mound, who's 10-4 with a 4.66 ERA. Orioles are 4-1 over the last 5 games, hitting .252 as a team on the season with a 4.11 team ERA. I like Baltimore here on the money line against the New York Mets. Mets have been struggling. They lost, I think, to the Royals again last night. The next game for me is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays at the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 172 on the money line. The Blue Jays are plus 144 on the money line. Over-unders at 10.5 runs. The Blue Jays are 60-50 on the season, 30-26 on the road. You have Manoah on the mound for the Blue Jays, who's 2-8 with a 5.87 ERA. Blue Jays are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting 258 as a team on the season with a 3.83 team ERA. Red Sox 57-51 on the season, 30-23 at home. The Red Sox have Paxton on the mound tonight, who's 6-2 with a 3.34 ERA, 1-4, or excuse me, the Red Sox are 1-4 over their last 5, hitting 263 as a team on the season with a 4.29 team ERA. So both these teams are 1-4 over their last 5. The Red Sox do lead the season series versus the Blue Jays 7-0 on the season. I'm gonna go with the Red Sox on the money line here at home. Next game for me from Major League Baseball, Miami Marlins at the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites at home, minus 142 on the money line. The Marlins are plus 120 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. The Marlins are 58-52 on the season, 24-28 on the road. On the mound for the Marlins is Luzardo, who is 8-5 with a 3.38 ERA. The Marlins are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting 265 as a team on the season with a 4.10 team ERA. The Rangers are 63-46 on the season, 37-20 at home. The Rangers will have Montgomery on the mound tonight, 6-9 with a 3.42 ERA. The Rangers are 3-2 over their last 5 games, hitting 272 as a team on the season with a 4.15 team ERA. I like the Rangers here on the money line. So my picks for today, Major League Baseball, Tampa Bay Rays money line, Cincinnati Reds money line, Orioles money line, Boston Red Sox money line, and the Texas Rangers on the money line.
Okay, my parlay for baseball for tonight, I got Tampa Bay money line at Detroit. I got Washington at Cincinnati. I'll take Cincinnati money line. I got Houston money line at the Yankees. I got the Mets at Baltimore money line. I got Miami at Texas money line, and Pittsburgh at Milwaukee money line.
How's it going, Glenn? Eating you some Applebee's? Damn. At the Applebee's, Glenn says.
He's got a busy weekend.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Is this the weekend in Atlanta?
I don't know if he goes to Atlanta. Is it this weekend
I
or
thought
next
so because
week?
I thought he was going to be on the road during SummerSlam. I thought. Now, I could be wrong.
I can't remember off the top of my head now. For some reason, I was thinking maybe Atlanta was next week, but it might be this week. Glenn has too much going on. It's hard for me to keep track of what he has going on.
Well, Chris, what do you think about this UFC this weekend?
It's a decent card. It's not like one of their strongest cards ever. But it's a decent card. Let me get the odds pulled up here real quick. Be honest with you, I'm really more. Oh, shit. Wrong button. I'm really kind of more interested in the Diaz and Jake Paul fight. Not because I think it's going to be a great fight, just because I've always been a Diaz fan, so I'm interested in that. But
I don't know.
I think it'll be a decent UFC.
How do you think Diaz is going to win? I don't know why. I got a feeling Paul's going to win. And I don't know why. I think I'm going to go with Paul.
What the hell's going on here? If I can figure out how to get it. Oh, okay. Now I see what they done. They changed the setup on me. There we go. Can figure out how to find damn UFC. I changed where all sports button is to search for different things on there. But in UFC first fight on the main card, you have Ignacio Bahamondes, I guess is how you pronounce it,
Something like
against
that.
Ludovic Klein. Uh, Bahamondes is a big favorite, minus 225. Klein's a plus 180 underdog. I'm actually going to go with the underdog Klein on this one.
I'm going with the favorite Mohammedaz or whatever his name is, Mohammediz or whatever.
Then you have Tanner Bozer against Alexa Kamur.
I stayed away from that fight.
Bozer's a 164 favorite. Kamur's a plus 134 underdog. I'm going to go with the underdog Kamur.
I didn't pick on that one. I picked the other 4 fights.
Then you have
that.
Diego Lopes against Gavin Tucker. Lopes is a minus 178 favorite. Tucker a plus 144 underdog. I'm gonna go with Lopes on that one.
Yeah, I went with Lopes.
I forgot to write him down. Then you got Dustin Jacoby against Kennedy Zashescu.
Yeah, whatever.
Jacoby is a plus 132 underdog. Zashescu is a minus 162 favorite. I like Zashescu to win that fight.
I did too. I picked Zashescu too.
And then you have Jessica Andrade against Tatiana Suarez. Andrade is a plus 290 underdog. Suarez is a minus 385 favorite. I like Suarez in this fight. I think she's going to be too much for Andrade.
Yeah, I agree.
And then main event, Corey Sandhagen against Rob Font. I know Sandhagen's a big favorite at the minus 355. Font's plus 270, but I like Sandhagen here in the main event.
Yeah, I did some reading on a couple places picked Font for the big upset, but I'm going with Sandhagen too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's some people that are with Font. I don't see him being able to pull off the upset against Sandhagen, so I'm gonna go with Sandhagen there. So I'm gonna go with Klein, Kamur, Lopes, Zechukwu, however you pronounce it, Suarez, and Sandhagen.
I think the only one we really had different was the first fight. You took Klein, and I didn't pick the Bozer Kamur fight.
And then I'm gonna go with I don't even know what.
Are you going with Diaz?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Diaz, but I wonder what the odds are.
I don't have no idea.
I wonder if there's. I haven't even looked to see what the odds are. Jake Paul's what the fuck?
What the what?
Jake Paul's a minus 550 favorite. Nate Diaz is a plus 350 underdog.
Man,
I like Diaz in this fight. But yeah, I didn't think that surprised me to have Diaz as that big of an underdog.
I hope Diaz beats him as far as that goes. For some reason, I think Paul's going to beat him. I don't know why.
I think Diaz is going to beat him. I'm surprised that Jake Paul's as big as a favorite. Yeah, I just think I don't know. I think Diaz has some boxing experience. He's I don't think Jake Paul's gonna have trouble hurting him, especially with those bigger gloves when you're used to fighting with them smaller gloves all the time and stuff. It's gonna be interesting. I'm going to plan on watching some of it tomorrow, but yeah, I'm surprised that Jake Paul's that big of a favorite. I
agree.
Really surprises me on there. But that's pretty much about it for today and tomorrow. Now, like I said, baseball games today. I like the Rays money line, Reds money line, Orioles money line, Red Sox money line, Rangers money line. Will be my picks for baseball today. Then UFC for tomorrow night. Klein on the money line, Kamur money line, Lopes money line, Zetriku money line, Suarez money line, and Sandhagen on the money line. And then in the boxing tomorrow night, I like Nate Diaz over Jake Paul. Nate Diaz a big underdog.
Yeah.
NFL football back. Got to see a little bit of football last night, even though you
Interesting.
didn't know hardly nobody on the field. But Zach Wilson did throw like a 57-yard touchdown pass or 57-yard completion in that game. I guess he looked decent from what I heard. I watched a little bit of the second half. I didn't watch much of it. I turned it over after the Reds got beat. I turned it over and watched a little bit of the. I think they were in the fourth quarter then. But I didn't watch a whole lot of it. But preseason NFL is hard to watch anyway.
Yep.
But I did turn over for a little bit. No, there was a lot of hype around the Jets with Rodgers and everything going on. So I mean that was pretty good to see. And then they showed a moment of Roger Goodell and Deshaun Watson together and stuff. But we got about a month, and then I'll be really fired up for football once we get to the regular season.
Yeah, I agree.
But it is nice that we're starting to see football back and be able to start talking some more football. Because here recently, all there's really been to talk about is a lot of baseball.
That's true.
So, but we appreciate everybody joining us. Don't forget, Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live with Summit Pro Wrestling Turn the Page. Should be a great show. You can find that on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. If you missed DCCW Wrestling at the Lion's Den from Tuesday night, you can go check that out on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room or at the All Sports All Plays Network. Go check that out. That was an awesome show Tuesday night at the Gaston Fair. Also, go check out our GWR for Monday. You can find out on ASAP Sports Network and Gonzo Sports Room, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, or not Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all at Gonzo Sports Room and at the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. But we appreciate everybody joining us today. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe.